I'm back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Okay. Juicy little updates all over the place. The Cassian Andor series, the timeline has been revealed for the series. Very quick news note. Rogue One's Guinevere O'Reilly is coming back to the Cassian Andor series as Mon Mothma. So that's pretty cool. And we're going to get to something else involving Kathleen Kennedy after this. The timeline for the Cassian Andor series is 5 years prior to Rogue One / A New Hope. Okay, we both know that essentially Rogue One connects into A New Hope at the end of the series, or at the end of the movies. So, and Solo is somewhere in the neighborhood of, nobody really knows, maybe 3 or 4 years earlier than that. Maybe as long back as 10 years earlier than that. I've heard 8 years after Sith, which would put it like 9.5 years behind. 9.5 years behind A New Hope and Rogue One. Nobody exactly knows how old Han Solo is supposed to be. If you read some various novelizations, somewhere in the neighborhood of 29 or 30 years old, 10 years older than Luke, who's supposed to be around 19. I'm sure some guy will come in and be like, oh, but it's blah, 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 blah. Beautiful. Okay? Beautiful. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the Rhodes Squadron. Something else I want to point out, because it's not all greatness and rainbows and fairy tales involving Cassian Andor. Look, I've said, I think this show is going to be sneaky great. I think this show is going to be damn good. Now, there has been a serious change. Stephen Schiff, who was the ex-showrunner of the FX, highly successful FX show, The Americans, is off the project. Shocking. Now, Tony Gilroy, who came in and made Rogue One what it ended up being. Rogue One is considered by most the best Disney, far and away the best Disney movie, Star Wars movie. Okay, Tony Gilroy, who is writing the show and is going to direct multiple episodes, he is now the showrunner for Cassian Andor. Now, I've got no issues with that. Okay, I don't. It was very much known that evidently, and look, I'm a big Gareth Edwards guy. I love monsters. I love Godzilla. Yeah, I liked Godzilla a lot. But it was very much known that he had really kind of turned Rogue One into a mess. And Tony Gilroy came in and reshaped it. He's responsible for the battle on Scarif, the Vader cameo, basically that entire third act, which is fantastic, is a Tony Gilroy creation. Now, I would be a asshole if I did not point this out. Once again, Kathleen Kennedy has somebody that's far into development on something leave a project. Stephen Schiff. Okay? We find out that she just hired Leslie Headland for that female-centric series that wasn't even approved. Rumor has it by Bob Iger or Bob Chapek. Lord and Miller, Solo, left. James Mangold had him locked down, signed on to do Boba Fett, the movie, gone. Obi-Wan scripts, not complete after you said they were complete. And there used to be another writer involved for the movie. He's gone. Those scripts are out. Colin Trevorrow, anybody. Episode 9, Duel of the Fates, gone. I don't care how awesome you think Kathleen Kennedy may be, although I know my subscriber base, and they're going to say not very awesome. There is no excuse for that many directors to come in and out of a project, not to mention the numerous writers that The Force Awakens had. Also, not to mention the fact that there was so much speculation that she has essentially ripped The Rise of Skywalker away from J.J. Abrams. Speculation pulled the Son of Mortis out of his idea, his movie, what was supposed to be his movie, in order for him to come back. Look, I think Episode 9 was a dumpster fire no matter what, probably. But I'd rather seen Son of Mortis, okay? I'm just saying. Now, the other thing, all these people left. James Mangold leaving is, in my opinion, Colin Trevorrow and James Mangold leaving, that's a couple of big black eyes. Pow, pow. Black eyes. Especially Mangold, who's what? Probably a top 5 director in all of Hollywood. 3:10 to Yuma. Ford versus Ferrari. One badass movie after badass movie, none of which seem to have an agenda attached to it. Maybe that's why he's not around. She can't stay on point with most projects. Why is she still at Lucasfilm? Yes, I know, I've said this a million times. But what is it going to take exactly? From a purely management standpoint, she is an utter failure. It is her job to understand what the project is and make sure she's got the right person hired. And these people keep leaving. She is the only common factor. Am I taking crazy pills? Rhodes Squadron. Kathleen Kennedy is the only common factor there. To a lesser extent, or maybe to more of an extent, we don't know, Bob Iger. But Kathleen Kennedy, all these projects, it's a revolving door of creators. Lord and Miller leaves Solo, goes on to have massive success with Into the Spider-Verse, which, by the way, I didn't love. But it doesn't matter. That's beyond the point. Everybody else seemed to love it. Let me also point out something. Of all the revolving doors of creators that she has let go, couldn't get along with, off the project, backstabbed, she kept Rian Johnson. Even after him turning in his story for The Last Jedi, his script for The Last Jedi, she kept him. She can't even... The people she chooses to keep are the wrong people and makes the wrong hires without getting Disney approval. So think about that. I chose to get rid of James Mangold, but I kept Rian Johnson. At some point, she's not a very good judge of talent. This was a Cassian Andor video, but it was also a Kathleen Kennedy video because it's tied to Cassian Andor. Their change of showrunner, it doesn't matter if it is for the better. It doesn't. It's about management and the revolving door of change. Can say what we want to about what looks like the MCU shit in the bed. Kevin Feige doesn't have these problems. He doesn't have big managerial problems. He doesn't. Fuck creatively doesn't have simple managerial problems. Look, he may flamethrow the MCU, but you get my point. For a 10-year run, MCU didn't have a lot of management problems. Kathleen Kennedy has got management problems. She's Lucasfilm president. You know what president means? Highest level of management. And she is a failure. There's no way you can look at it any other way. Look, I'm down on Dave Filoni right now, but I can say one thing. Rebels went fine. The Mandalorian, it's Jon Favreau's baby, but Filoni's involved. And my point is, the stuff that she is not directly involved with has came across and went well. What does that tell us about her? Tell me what you think, Rhodes Squadron. Let's think about this. What does it say about Kathleen Kennedy that this keeps happening? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
King Kong in the